Well, it's raining, but that is not dampening the celebrations here, is it? A series win for the Lions. How do you even begin to sum that one up, Will?
Super special. I mean, it's about 4 hours since the final whistle went, and still thousands of people heading back into town. It'll be lively in Melbourne tonight. The players will hopefully have a cracking evening, a cracking 48 hours. They'll debrief and crack on with the third test, but the reality is right now they've sort of written their names into rugby folklore. Hugo Keenan is a test match winning try scorer in a series win. It's an incredible effort from the whole squad for the past 5-6 weeks.
And what a test match, John, because we were on the edge of our seats the entire time.
Yeah, one of the best I've watched for a long time. And you often get that. It wasn't the perfect test match, and both coaches will look at lots of parts of the performance, think there was so much imperfection. But as a spectacle, as an occasion, the way the game played out and ebbed and flowed, and it's one of the things you dream of as a kid, isn't it? Scoring the last minute winner. It's never about winning 20 points up, 30 points up. You always imagine there might be a chance to have a last minute try scoring moment in a test match, and that's what it was. It was an unbelievable test match.
A word on the Wallabies, who Joe Schmidt has spoken a lot about them being a team in development, a growing side, but they showed unbelievable fight, didn't they?
Yeah, they were great. I mean, one of the been great if they'd done it last week, to create that sort of atmosphere last week. A bit flat last week.
We should just nod to what's happening behind us, which is they're coming back out onto the pitch with their chairs, with their beers. Jamie George has just given us a cheers. Maybe we can sort of move, I don't know, can we move a bit closer to the fun? But I mean, the celebration's about to really get started here. I mean,
in a slightly different way, I think they're going to have a photo in the centre of the MCG on one of the great sporting venues of the planet with maybe a small shandy. And it'll make one of the great fireplace photos.
I mean, we were talking about the Wallabies, but it's all about the Lions. Dan Sheehan's in his pants, I think. Yeah.
It's got a bit of everything, isn't it? There's guys in pants, there's guys carrying champagne, there's people in flip-flops, there's beer, there's, everything you would hope for.
I mean, we'll just keep talking. We'll just keep going with it. Like I say, it's not about the Wallabies. It is about this Lions side. Unbeaten in Australia so far, and they've wrapped it up with a game still to spare, Will.
Incredible. And I think the Lions tours, you've seen so many times them be 1-0 up and maybe not quite managed to get over the line. They were desperate not to take it to a third test after last week's dominance. They tested that, but they found a way to win, and that's what great sides do. And now they'll have probably a court session, maybe, going on. Bundyaki is judge, and probably the reality for language and content, we probably need to stay about 30 yards away. Probably will be a safe place to stay.
We'll keep our distance. I know it's a team effort, but John, who stood out for you tonight?
Oh, yeah, it is a team effort. I think we spoke about it earlier. The front row, I think in particular, the guys that were able to, there's one that stood out, came on over foul, just walked past, brought a lot of calmness, but the guys up front were able to right a ship that was going a little bit off track, if we're honest. They were up against it, and rugby can be a very simple game. You can still miss almost 40 tackles in a match, but if you've got a scrum, if you've got a line out, if you can be physical, you can still win test matches.
And sport's a funny game. Owen Farrell was in our studio. There's hope,
Dublin,
John, for me and you, maybe 4 years' time. You know, incredible. He was in our studio.
It's
4
what a
years'
story
time.
it is, though.
Amazing guest. Was brilliant. You sort of had an inkling he might, but it wasn't guaranteed.
No.
And now he's carrying a chair over in the middle of it. Sport takes you on some incredible highs, and I hope
Johnny Sexton's shaking his head at us. I mean, we'll leave the guys to celebrate. There's one more week to go, though. We fly to Sydney tomorrow morning. What's this final fixture going to be about then, given it's already wrapped up?
Trying to create some history, and giving the opportunity to some lads who've worked really hard to get a Test match jersey and feel like they've been on the pitch. Because sometimes when you're a midweeker, and you win a series, and certainly in '97 I was a midweeker, I wished I'd had a few minutes. They all say no, it was all a collective squad. I think the desperation for those guys who haven't yet picked up a Test jersey on this one is to get some game time and
include
say,
everyone, include those who might not have played a part.
25 years, I was a Test Lion in a Lions winning series.
Brilliant. We're going to leave you here pitch side at the MCG.
You're going to leave us here?
Well, I might go and join the party. Thank you both, and we'll see you in Sydney.